A motorway, represented by the y-axis, crosses a large circular reservoir whose equation is x squared plus y squared minus 6x minus 14y plus 33 is equal to 0. So this is the y-axis, and this is the circle, which is a reservoir. At the points A and B. So this is the first point of intersection, second point of intersection. The units are kilometres. Part 1, find the coordinates of A and B. So find point A and find point B. Find the distance between A and B, the distance from here to here, i.e. the length of the section of the motorway that passes over the reservoir. Part 3, if another motorway is represented by the x-axis, show that this motorway does not intersect the reservoir. So part 1, find the coordinates of A and B. So point A and point B, the points of intersection of the y-axis and the circle. So we're going to let x equal to 0 in the equation of the circle, because at both of these points we would have an x value of 0, so we just need to find the y values. So we end up getting 0 squared plus y squared minus 6 times 0 minus 14y plus 33, which simplifies to y squared minus 14y plus 33 is equal to 0. We factorise, getting y minus 3 multiplied by y minus 11, and then we solve. Y minus 3 is equal to 0, so y is equal to 3, or y minus 11 equals 0, so y is equal to 11. Thus, A and B are going to be the points 0, 3 and 0, 11. So 0, 3 and 0, 11. These are the points of intersection. Part 2, find the distance from A to B, i.e. the length of the section of the motorway that passes over the river. So the distance between A and B. So we could put both of these points into the distance formula, which is the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. Or we could literally just take 3 away from 11. So if this is 3 on the y-axis and this is 11 on the y-axis, then the difference between them is 8. So the distance from A to B is 8. Thus, the length of the motorway that passes over the reservoir is 8 kilometres. This distance can be called the intersect that the circle makes on the y-axis. Part 3. If another motorway is represented by the x-axis, show that this motorway does not intersect the reservoir. So imagine the x-axis to be somewhere around here. Remember, this is the y-axis. So suppose that the other motorway does intersect the reservoir. To find where, we let y equal 0 in the equation of the circle. So we swap each y value for 0, so we get x squared plus 0 squared minus 6x minus 14 times 0 plus 33 is equal to 0. This simplifies to x squared minus 6x plus 33 is equal to 0. Using the formula for the roots of the quadratic equation, so the minus b formula, so we have a being 1, b being minus 6 and c being 33. So subbing into the minus b formula, we get 6 plus minus square root minus 6 squared minus 4 times 1 times 33 divided by 2, which simplifies to x equal to 6 plus minus root minus 96 divided by 2. This minus 96 is very, very important. As the square root of minus 6 is not a real number, so it's actually an imaginary number or a complex number, there are no solutions for x. Thus, the other motorway does not cross the reservoir. This argument is an example of proof by contradiction. This is a very important phrase. Assume something and show that it leads to a contradiction, i.e. something impossible. Thus, the original assumption is not valid, i.e. the assumption that the other motorway crosses the reservoir. There are other methods for tackling this part.